All right, all right. Let's see here. All right, so I'll quickly just go back and re-explain what was going on. So, using DOM, we create these elements: the text input, the drop-down menus, and the submit button. And so, each of those has an ID that we use to get values. And so the click button has an attribute on click which calls this submit function. And so the submit function will get the value of each of the drop-down menus. So each of the converting from, converting to. And then it'll reference a function that's contained within an array and execute that function. So let's say we have, inches to, or let's say we have feet to inches. So the drop-down menu for from will be feet, the drop-down menu for to will be inches. So look in that array for feet to inches, execute the function, which is, the result is going to be the input. So you have 12 feet, and then it'll multiply that by 12 inches in a foot. And then it'll return the result, which at the bottom of this huge function, essentially it says, converting from is whatever the function returns, converting to. So a live example of this would be, so we have distance, we want to do 1 foot to inches, it's a simple one. So 1 foot, 1 feet is 12 inches. Essentially what it's doing is it's taking these two drop-down menus and calling the function based on the value of those two, and taking whatever value is in the input box and passing that into the function as, not really as a parameter, it's just pulling that from the DOM and then running the function and returning whatever the result is. So that's kind of what we've got figured out so far as input and output. So
you still want to do the slide menu thing, right?
Yeah, the rubric mentions having some animations. So it'd be nice to have something, like if pulling the menu out is going to be too difficult, we might, like we mentioned, like having the formula.
I've got one that I found and that I got to work, and you can make it work so that you click on the slide out menu and the distance and whatever's in there, and then it could call up the function that way.
Yeah.
I can show you what it looks like. It's just a real simple thing.
Simple is better.
So what it is, you run your mark cursor over it, it opens it up. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
So you run your cursor over it, it opens up. You run off, it closes back. And these are navigations. So you can somehow get the navigation you have in here, and then you go to the page, you slide over here, get what you want. It runs you back over to this side, and then you can do your calculation in this part of the window.
Okay.
Something like that, I guess. There's another one I found that's really, really in depth. But the way it works is that you click the button, and then it opens the window that you want, and then you do your calculations in that window.
Oh wow, yeah, that's kind of complicated.
Yeah. This one here, I'm not sure how to get it to work so that if you click the picture, it would take you over to here. But you just, I guess we just put in the page, cursor, mouse over the arrow to get your function, whatever.
Yeah, I think what would be nice with that one, since we're making this website for a mobile device, if we have like a JavaScript function that listens for a tap on that little arrow thing.
Yeah, that's what the other one is.
Yeah, then when it taps, then it'll pull that menu out.
Yeah.
The
other one did that when you click the slide left or slide right or whatever, when he clicked at it, listened for that click and went and got that function.
Yeah.
With a really, really big one. So,
cool. Do you have that code?
For some reason, it stopped working. I don't know why. I run them in both browsers I have, and it has this thing in it which is called disable, which is supposed to disable the button when you open up the menu. The screen darkens, and the buttons are disabled, and all your work is done inside the slide out thing. But for some reason now the buttons don't work anymore. I've been going through it trying to figure out why it is it's doing it, but I suppose I have to rewrite it.
Yeah,
it's really big. I found this website, this guy who built it. I've been playing with it, trying to get it to work, and I gotta go back through. We're going to use that one and replace all the code he has with stuff that we want. This is what it. Let me share the screen again. So let me. Let's do the entire screen. This is what it looks like. And when you click the button, it's supposed to slide from the right or slide from the bottom. But like I said, this right here, it says disabled. It's supposed to go away when it's not away, but it's not going away. This disabled thing right here. So you got this over here disabled. It worked really good. It was supposed to, but for some reason after I used it 4 or 5 times, it locked up. I don't know, something in this code that does it or something. So I'm going through trying to find it. I'll probably have to rewrite it. Like I said, let me try something here. Let me close this browser. Open it back up again. Mozilla, open up. Stop sharing so I can make it up. Take too long, come on. Firefox will open. Looks like it's still running. Oh, so it's on updates. Anyway, I guess I could show you what the code looks like. Get it to work here. Yep, no Windows, so it does the same thing. Here's the it's ours, I guess. It's not. What is that showing that? So I messed it up somehow. That's what I did. That's probably what I did. So anyway, right here is the button. So when you click this button, app convert is what it's supposed to change to, and it opens up the window that you go into and type it. Click that, put the on click function thing in here, and it grabbed it, and then went up here and grabbed whatever the function was that you had up here, whichever one I had typed in there. And then saw the CSS for the buttons and for everything else. It worked. It did what it was supposed to. For some reason, said it doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, technology.
So I'll keep working on that one to figure out what it is, or try and figure out how to do the listener on the one we have now, so that I can just go over there and do it that way. Something I'm not too versed in, but something to practice on. So
There you go.
I'll see if I can figure it out. That slide out me to work.
Cool. Well, yeah. I'll keep on finishing the function and the favorites. Adding things.
All right.
Yeah, this is our last.
So what is this? Is it due this week or next week?
I'm not sure.
To work on it real hard this week, then, just in case. Do this week. So last week, not next week's last week anyway. Hopefully it's due next week. You have all that code uploaded to GitHub?
Not yet. I'm working on it before I begin. Nice.
You haven't found it yet?
Nah, my really slow.
Yeah, it's Google Hangouts makes everything run real slow. I was using a little bitty laptop. So this one class I had, we had to use NetBeans and Google Hangouts at the same time, and it made my computer run so slow that it would lock up. I had to buy a faster computer.
Yeah, you just send complete the project.
What was that?
It just says this is the project.
Okay. We better finish it this week then.
Yeah.
All right. So work on it hard this week.
Mhm.
Get everything working. If it works, we should get everything in it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Try and get that event listener look up. Figured out, and then let's go from there.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna have a button for each one, and then the event listener will be attached to each one of those. And then whenever we tapped it, it'll open up the slide out menu. We're wanting to have the conversion done in the slide out.
I think we have the slide out menus, like picture, volume, and then the actual conversion will be static on its own little area.
Back in the main screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
What was that?
That would probably be this.
Okay. All right. Get that done and get a good grade on it.
Oh yeah.
All right. A little break for your next class, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Well, thank you for your help and good times. All right. Enjoy the rest of your night. Still with your girlfriend?
Yeah, we got engaged 2 weeks ago.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time. All right. Maybe see you next week.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.